10 toes, yeah. Head high, yeah. Stay focused, yeah. I design myself. When the night is over, the morning it just begins. When the fight is over, the morning it never ends. So let's begin creating our own trends. Never move with the wind, cause when I move, I win. I maneuver through the sewers, who could groove like him? I keep my eyes and mouth shut, that's the rules of men. I'm respectful and cool, I ain't rude like them. I check you and then I move, I ain't a fool like them. Okay. What's up, peace to the people? Yeah, it's a Dreamwakework production, Dreamwakework publishing event. We call it Sip and Read. Appreciate everybody for coming out. Sponsored by I Design Myself. And thank you for Maria. We have Virginia Beach Winery and Virginia Beach Land Haven Parkway, 1064, 110. So, Dreamwakework, she got a few authors that's gonna come through. They're gonna share their experience as an author. They're gonna talk about their book. They're gonna read a passage to give you a quick synopsis. And I hope y'all like everything. So first, we're gonna bring up Tiff. T.Bedford. She's definitely a phenomenal author, straight out of the Bronx. You know what I mean? P-Line, you know, peace to the gods. With that being said, what's up, Tiff? Come on up. Y'all can get up. Go ahead, read your pass.
Let me sit down. Okay.
Don't move.
No, to move the chair. My bad. How y'all doing? All right, my book is called A Sibling's Betrayal. I've been an author for about 4 years now. I'm still working on putting my third, fourth book out, but I'm in nursing school, so it'll take me a while, so I hope y'all understand that. But here go a little small passage from my book. This is from part 1. I do have a 2-part series, and both are available on Amazon. All right, so here goes. This shit is crazy. Who would want to hurt Beatrice? I asked as I was shaking my head in fake disbelief. Yo, I know exactly who it is, and I know why, and how I was set up. Wait, what, how? I began demanding him to tell me who the fuck beat him up. It was Mike, sis. Are you fucking serious? It was behind that bitch Layla. Jason, you better answer me. Yo, calm the fuck down. Stop trying to talk to me like I'm a fucking kid, and it is behind her ass. She got me set up because I told her I was spending time with my fucking daughter. Janaya comes before any and everyone, he said. I switched up my tone. So that's just a little bit from my book. It's basically about siblings, Misha and Jason. Misha was basically like his mom figure. Both of their parents was not in their lives, so she took on the mom role for him. So that's pretty much a little thing from my book.
Okay. Now, what was the name of that again?
A Sibling's Betrayal.
A Sibling's Betrayal.
A Sibling's Betrayal.
Okay, so you say you've been writing for
4 years.
For 4 years. So my question is, just off top, who inspired you to start writing?
Well, it was an outlet for me. So writing, instead of me using my anger to, do other things, growing up in the Bronx, I just started writing my stuff on paper. I started out with poetry at first, and then I started writing books after.
Okay, I know you had a lot of, I guess stories coming out in the Bronx. The birth of hip hop. So do you feel like writing became like a place of comfort?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now you got different businesses, right?
Well, I'm a mother. I work full time, and I'm in nursing school.
Mother, one of the hardest jobs out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, true indeed, one of the hardest jobs out there. So, how you find yourself balancing, being a writer, being a mother, being a student?
Listen, it all take time. You're gonna have to do one thing at a time, but I make sure it all gets done.
Okay.
Ain't got no other choice.
Yeah. You got a top 3. You got like top 3 authors out there?
Yeah. I have a lot of authors. That's a hard question, but Mary B. Morrison. I read all her
Okay.
series. Viola Davis. I love her. And, of course, Boss Lady, Sarah.
Okay, a
Yeah.
Sarah. A Sarah.
Sarah.
Okay, okay. So when you say you said Viola Davis.
Yeah. She got
Okay.
some, yeah. Finding Me.
Yeah,
That book is nice.
Oh yeah, okay. I never read any of her books.
She's an actress, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
she dope.
she definitely a phenomenal actress. So, so with the stress that comes from like writing books, you ever put out a book that you felt wasn't complete?
Well, Siblings Betrayal, those two was my initial first. So that was like my start-off books.
Yeah.
But the book I just finished writing, I ain't ready for that to come out yet. So that's like one of my books. I'm like, I could switch up a lot. So it's completed, but now I want to go back and start it from a different point of view. So it's not being put out.
Can you give us a piece of it, like even just a snippet, or what is it?
Okay, so Sage is a young woman. She just found her way. She have a 2-year-old daughter named America, but then she develops cancer. Her mom never told her about her history, so she's found out at the late stage. So, but she was with her kid's father. It didn't work out. Then she ended up finding love with someone else. So now it's like, now she wants to live. At first she didn't, because the cancer and stuff was taking toll on her. But now she met someone else, and now she wants to live. But it might be too late, or she might be able to survive, or she might not.
Okay, I guess that's just the mystery of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, when it comes to your books, is it a depiction of your life, or is it like straight creativity, or a blend
Straight
of both?
creativity.
Okay.
Straight creativity.
All right. All right. You ever thought about like turning any of your books into a film or a play or?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
A Siblings Betrayal, I feel like that'd be a dope film. My
So-
first two, I feel like that'd be a dope thing for people to watch on
So
the screen.
brother and sister.
Brother
Or-
and sister.
Okay. Who would you get to play the brother?
That's hard. That's hard. From like my family or just like general people I know?
This out there.
Probably my brother.
Okay, your brother.
My brother.
So
He'll play that.
would you play the sister?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't play the sister.
You got somebody. To play
I'm the
sister?
youngest, so I can't play. Yeah, I can't play that part.
Okay.
But I wouldn't have none of my sisters play that older part either. It would just have to be somebody random.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's what's up. So we got T.Bedford in the building. So anything you want to say to the people before we just move on to the next author?
Yeah, don't let fear keep you from, keep going in the game. That's pretty much it. Keep going.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, thank y'all for listening. Thank you for sitting down with me.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, let's give it
I appreciate it.
We got the brother. He about to come through. Been writing for like 10 years. He got this book out. It's called Raised in Blood. Pop. Y'all give it up for him. I think I said that right. So you just go ahead and read your piece.
All right, my name is Pop Gambino. I'm the writer of Raised in Blood, Written in Blood, another book. Basically, it's a story about a family, you know what I'm saying, and they was living in the struggle. The father was killed when the kids was young, and the brothers found themselves trying to like step into his shoes to take care of their family, not knowing that, you know what I'm saying, the streets is an ugly place, but they learned the hard way. This right here is just a synopsis of the book. Carlton Big Carl Watts made his name in the streets by robbing and terrorizing drug dealers in order to provide for his family. That is, until he was murdered by a close friend, leaving his wife and their 2 sons, Moot and Champ, alone, poverty-stricken environment where they had to find out the hard way. Only the strong survive. That's basically like straight to the point about it. And I'm gonna read a passage from it. All right, in this book, I kind of start each chapter with like a verse from like some of my favorite songs I used to listen to when I was of age to listen to those type songs. It says, "Time goes by, an hour for an eye. We in this together, son. Your beef is mine." And that's how I start every chapter, with a verse from a song. So, chapter 1. It was boiling hot in the middle of July, especially in Norfolk, Virginia. Norfolk had a reputation for violence, drugs, and a whole lot of other illegal activities. But 32-year-old Brenda, Miss B. Watts, Norfolk was just her home. Miss B was still trying to get used to being a single mother / grandmother to her 2 teenage sons, Cameron, a.k.a. Champ, and Calvin, a.k.a. Moot, ages 16 and 15, Cameron being the oldest. It been over 3 months since her husband was murdered by 3 gunshots to the back of his head. He was gunned down right in front of their home in the on the Bagnell Road in the Cary Park housing projects. The police had no suspects, no arrests were made, and the only thing the police had told Ms. B was that they believe her husband's murder was drug related. And that's just basically like just a little passage from the book.
Okay. Raised in blood. Okay, that's what's up. And so real quick, give a little piece. You know, we built the past day, we built earlier today, as far as door to bed. You know, we understand that sometimes we got to go through hell to come out right, and unfortunately, some of us that go through that hell, regardless if we doing a bid or we on the street, we don't come out right. You know, so from the looks of things, just looking at the evidence, it's like you went through hell, you came out right, you put the book together. So what's some of the struggles and how did you overcome, not necessarily the struggles, but how did you overcome the struggles while doing the bid?
I mean, I use my mind for something other than doing time. They could trap your body, but I started doing time when I was 18. I'm 42. I did like almost 20 years if you add them all up. So it took me a couple times to knock on it. I had to beat my head on the floor a couple times. But I learned like it's almost designed for you to stay in there if you don't open your brain up something. And one of my ways to escape jail for me was I started writing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have been doing a lot of other things, but I started writing, and then I found myself getting into it to the point that 2-3 months had passed, and I really hadn't really been out my cell too much or been in nothing because I'm writing. You know what I'm saying?
So I know you got some young writers out there in the world, and they might feel the same way. Like they might want to be an author. They might want to do something that they feel other people look at it as being weird. So what's some advice that you would give to the youth when they get that thought or that feeling?
It's like at the end of the day, thoughts become things. And I always tell anybody, if you can think it in your mind, you can touch it, you can do it. So sometimes we always got a negative thought that's beating our positive thought across the head. Now, if anybody was just second guessing themselves, I would tell them don't do it. That's only your negative thought fighting your positive thought. Always go with your first positive, especially if it's something that's beneficial and it's something positive. Yeah. Go with that thought. Don't let because you think somebody else gonna look at you a different way, that it ain't gonna work for you. Because that's why a lot of people not successful or they not where they want to be in life, because they let other people's expectations dictate their next move. You know what I'm saying? You never gonna get where you want to be like that. I tell anybody straight up, like, if you can see it in your mind, you can touch it in your hand. Don't let nobody tell you you can or can't do nothing that you want to do or you not. You know what I'm saying?
True indeed. What's thought about is brought about.
That's a fact.
You know, everything happened in the mind. So, what's the goal with Raised in Blood, or what's the goal with just being an author? Like, where you want to take it?
Like I said, I got several books, and we working on getting more of them out to the public. But my goal is like in the urban field, it's a lot of glorification. If you read the urban books, it's a lot of glorifying things that's even in rap music. There's a lot of stuff glorified that shouldn't be glorified. Now, even I talk about the streets in my book, but it's from an entertainment aspect, and I'm not one of those writers that's gonna give you a happy ending. You sold drugs for 30 years and then you got rich and you moved to Ireland. It don't happen like that out here. I'm like the person that's gonna say, you can sell the drugs, you can rob, you can do all that, but is you willing to pay this constantly? Like all my boys are gonna give you at the end, you gotta pay the piper at the end. It's like that's the message I wanna get out. Like, we not gonna glorify negativity, you know what I'm saying? But it exists. And maybe if you read it, you be entertained by the drama and the negative things that's going on. Like a lot of people are when we read the books. Then maybe when you read the end and it hurts you, maybe it might wait if I wait one person up that say I ain't going to jail no more, or nah, that ain't for me, I did my job. If I can get just one person to read my book and say I don't want to go out like that, I did my job as a writer.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what's up. To influence the people through the pen.
Yeah.
So if you could say one thing, you know, to the people, or multiple things, you know, for the children that's out there, for the men or the women, you know, that's in a situation and they find themselves struggling, or they find themselves, you know, not wanting to complete something because of fear, what's some advice you give?
Everything. This always, I always say, especially like I got a lot of younger people I deal with like outside in the world, and I always tell them, everything that happens to you, good or bad, is either a consequence or a reward to your thoughts, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can think our way out of anything. We can think our way into anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like everything you do, it start with a thought. And I always tell people, you don't wake up and just go do something you ain't supposed to do. You think about it.
Yeah.
So if you can think about doing what you're supposed to do, you might go to a level that you ain't even expect that you can make. That's why I say, I just tell people, just think, man. Because there's a lot of, like, we don't got leaders no more out here, period. You know what I'm saying? We don't got leaders. Like, our leaders is telling them, if we go by the rappers or we go by the books, our leaders is telling them, go blow your op head off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's not right and exact. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to get that message out, like, think, man. Be leaders.
That's what's up. Stop and think.
Stop and think, man. That one little second you stop and think, you can make a life-altering decision, good or bad. Like, everything that happened to anybody in this room is either a consequence or a reward to something you thought about.
Yeah, and that's justice.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So with that being said, appreciate Pop Gambino.
I appreciate y'all.
You
Thanks
know,
for the love and
coming
support.
through, you know, sharing the piece from his books, Raised in Blood. And that's peace.
Peace.